Well, we have so much lined up for you on our bulletin this afternoon. Remember, you can always interact with us on our social media handles indicated at the bottom of your screen. Now, with that said, my name is Dennis Otieno. I trust you're doing well. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, on to our top story this afternoon. President William Ruto says salaries for civil servants will be reviewed upwards by between 7% and 10% effective July 1st, 2023. The president has also directed the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC, to hold off adjustments for MPs and other senior government officials. SRC had set a 4-year review cycle for remuneration and benefits in the public service, which was to see a 14% increase over 2 financial years. He was speaking at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, KICC, where he presided over the unveiling of digital government services.
They have made a recommendation to us that they want to increase salaries of civil servants by an average of between 7 and 10%, and that is from office assistants all the way to people who serve below the PSS. And because of the economic times we live in, we have approved that salaries of other civil servants can be adjusted beginning tomorrow. So our teachers, our policemen, our people serving in the military space, people working in government offices, we have agreed that because of where we are today, your salaries will be adjusted by between 7 and 10% from tomorrow. But for the other people, the state officers, myself, my deputy, ministers, PSS, na wale wadosi wengine wa bunge na wale wengine, sisi mambo yetu tungoje. Tafadhali.
Now, from the unveiling of the digital government services to a philanthropic story in Kajiado County. Now, students and parents who receive funding through a teacher in Kajiado County named Peter Namasaka today gathered at his home to thank him for his efforts in funding their children's studies in high school. Parents and students have praised the efforts of the teacher who for some time now has been looking for students who are unable to raise their school fees. More than 50 students have benefited from the program and others are now in universities. The students said their dream to continue with their education had been shattered due to lack of school fees, but through the funding, the efforts of the teacher, they received funding and they got the opportunity to be in the class with others.
Tulikuwa wasichana 9 tukapelekwa Sajiloni Girls na tumepromise tutasoma na tutoke na matokeo mazuri.
Mr. Namasaka mimi alinipata nilikuwa shule ya msingi, akanisaidia upande wa school fees, and I got a chance to join Masai Mara University where I'm doing education, secondary option, biology, chemistry. He took me to Kajiado High School, where now I'm in Form 4. I'm also having a heart of joining Mr. Namasaka one time, whereby we will help other students in this nation.
Wanasoma na watoto wadosu, kukula wanakula na watoto wadosu, wakija nyumbani wameng'ara, ukiwaona hata woi, Mungu wangu asante.
Sasa mtoto yangu anasoma vizuri, anakula na sina ndururu yenye nimelipa, hata handkerchief sijanunua chochote.
Mjuavyo huku ni sehemu kame, mvua ni haba mno na wakazi wa huku wanategemea mifugo. Kwa hivyo unakuta kwamba tunapokuwa na kiangazi jinsi tulivyo nacho, wanafunzi wengi, wazazi wengi hawamudu kupeleka watoto shuleni na watoto wengi wanasalia nyumbani, wengine wanaozwa. Kwa hivyo nikasema kwamba lazima nipigane na janga hili kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wanaenda shule.
What a plausible deed coming from the teacher in Kajiado County. All you can say is asante sana Peter Namasaka. But moving on, TANA Delta residents in Tana River County have pleaded with the government to build a bridge in the area to enable them get to their villages with ease. Led by Tana River Woman Representative Amina Deka, the residents say that during floods they face a lot of challenges accessing their homes because of dangerous aquatic animals.
Hapa ile watermelon inatoka hapa, it's something else. Ni watermelon ambao ingekuwa iko na pato kubwa sana kwa wale wakulima. Challenge yao ya kwanza, nafikiri tulipokuja asubuhi mliona, tunafika kwa mto, gari haiwezi pita, so we had to tunachukua either dau ama wengine even wanavuka na mguu kwa sababu kuna dau moja peke yake. Wakulima hapa leo nilipoongea na wao, wengi wao shida problem kubwa ni barabara. So tungependa kupata bridge ambao itawasaidia kupeleka mazao yao Malindi, the nearest soko ile iko, hata even kuuza masokoni hapa Garsen. Na pia ukitoka kwa bridge yenyewe, sasa access road ya kufika hapa ni shida.
Kupitia hiyo ngumu kisha tukupeleka tena hii ngumu ya uone. Tunakuambia kabisa kwa sababu ile shida tukiongea ya barabara unasikia tu kukuona. Tunataka kusaidia, mtu saidie barabara. Hii chakula yote tukiwa nayo hakuna njia kwenda. Na kama ambaye hakuna njia kwenda tukivuna hapa, mvua ikinyesha barabara hakuna. Hata yule mtu wa bajaji yule ambaye anasaidia akipita tripo moja tripo pili hawezi rudi.
Elsewhere, the Makueni County government has launched a special strategy to curb accidents along the Mombasa-Nairobi highway. Speaking after launching emergency vehicles in Makueni, Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr. said that the new strategy will aid in curbing accidents, which has become a menace. The plans involve the emergency vehicles that will operate within the nearby hospitals along the Mombasa-Nairobi highway, areas like Mtito Andei, Kibwezi, Makindu and Sultan Hamud.
Hivi leo tumepokea rasmi gari ambayo ni ya kipekee na ambayo ni moja katika nchi yetu nzima, ambayo inaweza kusaidia katika kuwaokoa wale ambao wanaweza kupatikana katika ajali ya barabara. Na tumepata vifaa vya kisasa ambavyo vinaweza kutenganisha magari ama kusaidia kuinua magari wakati kuna ajali ya barabara, na pia gari hiyo inaweza kutumika kama ambulance ili kuwaokoa wale ambao ni majeruhi wapeleke hospitali haraka sana.
Kweli hizi vifaa tumebiti kukabidhiwa siku ya leo zitakuwa kwa umuhimu mkubwa sana kwa sisi kama shirika la Msalaba Mwekundu, tukiwa niaba na shirika la Disaster Management County. Na kwa vile kitambo tulikuwa tukitumia vifaa ambavyo havikuwa vinastahili, kwa hivi sasa tunaona tutakuwa tukikabiliana na majanga vile ifasavyo.
Meanwhile, Kirinyaga County government has passed the 2023-2024 budget. The 5.6 billion shillings budget has prioritized agriculture, industrialization and health. Additionally, the ward representatives of the county have increased the county fund from 7.5 million shillings to 15 million shillings. TMCAs stating that the increased funds will improve service delivery of the residents of Kirinyaga County.
Of the committee, I wish to recommend the good work and negotiation skills that our chair has, and he was able to negotiate for our ward development fund increment from the 7.5 which was submitted in this assembly to 15 million. That was a grateful and well remarkable effort that you did to these honorable members.
When it comes to poverty index, the counties are given at 14%, whereas we know that our index poverty is very high, especially in Moya. We need now to ask the Senate to be able now to adjust the third basis formula in allocation of revenue, the revenues to counties.
And Mr. Speaker, also when I stand in the committee of the budget, I always stand there for the women to ensure that the budget is gender responsive, Mr. Speaker.
Now, Kenya is set to mark 10 years of devolution since its start in 2013, with the devolution conference set to take place in Uasin Gishu County as from the 15th of August this year. Speaking at the State of Devolution address, the Council of Governors Chair, Anne Waiguru, noted that in 10 years, the previous financial year sets the record for having no disbursement outstanding. In the new financial year set to begin tomorrow, counties have been allocated 484.1 billion shillings.
Fellow Kenyans, on finance, in the last 10 years, county governments have received a total of 2.9 trillion Kenya shillings of equitable share. This translates on average to about 30% of audited and approved revenues and 20% of ordinary revenue. Further, over the same period, county governments have received a total of 213 billion in conditional grants from the development partners and 147 billion in conditional grants from the national government. However, there is one question that has been asked over and over again. Are the allocations disbursed to the county governments adequate to enable devolved units effectively deliver services spelled out in the 4th schedule of the Constitution? The total projected revenue for budget implementation in the financial year 2022-2023 amounted to 484.1 billion, which consists of equitable share allocation of 399.6 billion, including 29.6 billion being the June 2022 allocation carried forward from the financial year 2021-2022.
Groups of young people and women in Kwale County have been encouraged by the county leaders to make use of the government's Uwezo Fund loans to start and expand their businesses in order to better their lives. The county leaders, led by female representative Fatuma Masito and Lunga Lunga Member of Parliament Mangale Chiforomodo, have promised to ensure that the groups get loans to do businesses in order to counter what they term as a slump in the national economy. Groups benefiting from those loans have also been urged to pay on time so that more groups can make use of the opportunity.
Huu ni mfumo ambao serikali kuu ilikuja nayo, vijana waweze kujiajiri. Lakini baada utapata mtu yuenda kwa mbunge, anamwambia mheshimiwa mbunge, mimi nitafutie kazi. Kazi ipi? Na kazi mumewezeshwa ndugu zangu, tuweze kufanya biashara, tuweze kujitegemea sisi wenyewe.
Tafadhalini, tunapopata hizi pesa, tujaribu tujizatiti tuweze kulipa, ili hii ndoto ambayo iko hapa ambayo itakunufaisha wewe iweze kumnufaisha na mwingine na mwingine na mwingine tena.
Msidefault kwa kuwa mmekuja na jina la Tuinuke, mkafungue kikundi kingine cha maembe, mkuje hapa mtu apply. Sisi tunawajua, ni ndugu zetu, tunakaa na nyinyi. Si sawa sawa? So tufanye tu kulingana na vile, ili upandishe limit. Leo umepewa 100, kesho ukipandisha limit unaenda kwa 200, unaenda kwa 300. Situfaidishe sisi.
Hii pesa jameni mkipata, mimi nataka muende mkainvest. Anafurahi naona vikundi vingine naenda nafanya mradi kama huyo wa bakery ama wa pottery. Wajua hapo unaajiri watu wawili ama watatu. Na ndio uliposikia rais akisema kazi ya job creation, hakuwa anamaanisha kazi kwa kila ofisi mwajiriwe. Huyu kijana akiajiriwa kazi pale kwa posho mile, si pia anapata daily meal yake.
Tusema tunalalamikia serikali kwamba hakuna employment, basi tutalalamika wengi. Lakini tujitengee kitu ambacho tunaweza tukafanya, tukajiajiri na pia tuajiri vijana wengine.
And from the coastal region to the central region of the country, where traders of Kigetweni Market, GATURI Ward in Kiharu, Murang'a County, have every reason to smile after the launch of the construction of a new market in Kigetweni, which is estimated to cost 3.2 million shillings and set to be completed in 2 months. For a long time, the traders in this area say that they have been forced to display their goods spread on the ground, which leads to many losses.
Mbeleni tulikuwa tunatandika vitu vyetu chini, na sasa mheshimiwa wetu ametuletea soko. Tumefurahi sana.
Hii soko itaweza kusafu watu wa Ruaga Gaturi wote, iweze kufanya kazi pamoja na soko kama ya Kaweru na ya Gakurwe. Ndio watu wakitoa mazao yao kwa mashamba wanaleta hapa na tunatengeneza kazi mpaka kwa vijana wetu na wamama wetu huku Gaturi. Kuhusu maji ya kilimo, tuko na mradi hapa chini Kimathi Kidhuri irrigation ambapo watu wanalima mchele, but tunafikiria vile tutaleta maji ingine kutoka huko juu mahali ndio Kiabugi kuja iteremka huko pande ya chini ndio iweze kusafu na kusaidia. Pia tumekuja na njia ya kutengeneza boreholes. Ukienda na hapa nyuma hapa Kigetoini mahali inaitwa Kagure, kuna borehole iko hapa tumechimba juzi na governor, na itasaidia pia katika kuleta maji na ukuzaji wa chakula katika mashamba yetu.
Nafasi za kazi tutapatia wananchi wa hii eneo. Hakuna kazi yoyote ambayo itafanywa na machini, hakuna kazi yoyote ambayo itafanywa na watu ambao si wa eneo hii, kwa sababu tunaelewa zile mashida ziko na wananchi. So tungetaka kushikana na wananchi ndio tuweze kufanya kazi pamoja, tuwapatie kazi vijana, wamama na wazee wote pamoja.
Nairobi County Health Sector, in partnership with Peace Mission Initiative volunteers and matatu owners in Nairobi, has launched fumigation initiative for the matatus plying the city routes. Speaking during the launch at the Green Park bus terminals, where 31 matatus from different circles were fumigated today, Secretary General of the Peace Mission volunteers, David Otach, said this will improve public health. On the other hand, Nairobi County Executive Committee Member for Health, Dr. Natasha Nailita, affirmed the county's support of the initiative. Matatu owners on their part called for the exercise to be extended to the households where the customers come from and for effective eradication of the pests.
I'm here accompanied by my Chief Officer for Public Health. We also have representatives from the Ministry of Health. We have stakeholders from the public transport, both the users and the providers, and also the associations. They've actually invited us to come and witness this particular initiative of integrated pest control, and we're very delighted as a county. We are there to listen and support. That is our work as a county. So in terms of preference, you see, for us we do promotive preventive. Right. So anything can happen, so we help prevent it. Yeah. So we don't wait for the pest control, for the pest to appear. It's an initiative that is supposed to prevent.
Mpango tumerawana tunataka kufanya pamoja na washikadau kutoka hiyo sehemu ya matatu owners. Na tunaangalia kufanya kwa matatu zote zenye zina access jiji la Nairobi. Wenye wanawake ando uangalizi wetu kuhakikisha kuwa gari zote zimefanywa fumigation na disinfection na tuweze kukandamiza na kusimamisha hizo midudu ziko kwa hizo magari.
Nikitoka kwangu nikuwa na kunguni nitaambukiza matatu. Mwingine labda anakaa Kisumu, ataingia kwa hiyo matatu tapataka Kisumu. Kwa hivyo hata manyumba zetu, hata sisi wenyewe tujaribu kupiga manyumba zetu dawa ili tuweze kumaliza mambo ya kunguni.
Hoteliers in Narok are ramping up preparations to receive a large wave of guests from all over the world who are heading for Kenya to witness the spectacular wildebeest migration expected in a few days' time. One such hotelier is the Olerain Resort. However, resort supervisor Felix Soitani has urged the government to increase promotion and marketing of tourism in order to boost employment and reduce crime. Further calling on the Maasai community who are adjacent to the Masai Mara to make better use of their land and tap proceeds from the tourism for their good.
Wildebeest migration in the Masai Mara, starting from this June, we welcome all the tourists who are traveling to the Masai Mara to come and be with us. Having said so, I advise my local Maasai community to make use of their huge tracts of land to promote tourism. The government to promote local tourists in Narok so that we can have that income generation activities here in Narok. And this will prevent a lot of things from happening, like crime, teenage pregnancies, because people, the teenagers will be busy.
Now, President William Ruto has today unveiled one paybill number that will be dedicated to payment of all persons seeking government services. Speaking during the unveiling of digitized e-citizen services in Nairobi today, the head of state said the paybill number 22222 will enhance transparency and revenue collection. Ruto further directed the closure of all paybills operated by ministries and state departments in the next 90 days.
22222, yes. Number one. Number two, even if I have to pay cash,
Yeah? Somebody should not tell a Kenyan, go and deposit this cash in bank account X. No bank account X anymore.
Yes.
If it has to be in cash, go get the cash, get it into PAYBIll.
Yes, go to the agent, put it in that PAYBIll.
Yes, put it in that PAYBIll, and,
and
so
the
that
payment completes.
we are all clear. There is no government revenue being put in accounts which nobody knows where it is going.
Yes.
For citizens to know that I am paying for a government service.
Yes. Yes.
It must end up in 222. I am a very proud Kenyan today that we have managed to roll out a 30 billion shilling program that has reached almost 17 million Kenyans under the Hustler Fund without any bureaucracy. There is no committee, there is no person to be met or bribed or what. We've done the same with fertilizer. We rolled out e-fertilizer and reached many Kenyans. We are going to do the same with all our medical fraternity. We have agreed with KEMSA. I have agreed with Madam Nakumicha how to digitize KEMSA and make sure that we avoid corruption and we eliminate loss of health commodities. We have agreed on how we are going to deliver health better. We're going to manage our claims in NHIF and make sure that there is no corruption. We don't lose public money. We're going to ensure that even our program on housing is going to be rolled on an e-platform. Many citizens are asking me, how will I get the house? Who do I have to speak to?
Now it's time to take to the fields and shift focus to the sports news, where the women's national 3x3 beach basketball team Friday afternoon qualified into the finals of the Africa Beach Games after defeating Tunisia 14-10 in the semi-finals tie in Hammamet, Tunisia. Captain Omondi recorded a game-high 8 points, leading the quartet of Zitek University teammates Madina Okot, Merian Nyagaki and Margaret Nerea in the much-needed victory. Kenya is now expected to play against Mali in the 3x3 ladies finals later on Friday evening. A match that will be a repeat of the group phase encounter where Mali won 21-14. Now, Football Kenya Federation Friday morning announced it has called off the girls' national under-18 football team Junior Starlets camp, which was geared towards preparing the young talented footballers for the Sekafa under-18 tournament. The decision follows prevailing uncertainty surrounding the tournament's scheduling. The team, which has been in camp at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, since June 8th this year, held their last training session Thursday afternoon with a friendly match against Mathare United women. The players and technical staff were released from camp Friday morning, even as FKF expressed its gratitude to the Ministry of Sports and the Ministry of Education for supporting the endeavors during their preparations for the tournament. Meanwhile, Tusker FC have set their remaining ambitions this season to lifting at least one trophy and will direct all their energy Saturday afternoon towards being crowned the champions of the 2023 Mozart Bet Cup when they face off with KAKAMEGA HOMEBOYZ in the tournament's final at the Kasarani Stadium. Speaking during their training session at the Ruaraka Sports Ground, Tusker FC head coach Robert Matano expressed his confidence over the fitness of his team, saying they are well prepared and motivated for the match. Meanwhile, KAKAMEGA HOMEBOYZ head coach Patrick Odhiambo lamented over his injury-laden squad, which he blames for the inconsistent performance the team has been registering. Odhiambo, however, remaining confident over the team's chances of making amends in the final and lifting the trophy. Winners of the tie will be rewarded with 2 million shillings and a chance to represent Kenya in the CAF Confederation Cup.
From day one, we played to win. and winning is about getting the trophy. So every player in that field, he knows what he wants, what he expects, and how he can motivate himself to play in high level and also win the matches. And the winning matches, then you win more matches, you get what you want. So the players are ready mentally. So you have to prepare players, you have to educate them that every day is a winning day. There's no way we'll play friendly or league game or what. Every training is a final thing. We do training, we finish the final. We play the game, we finish the final. We go for everything we do, to us is a final. So to me, myself, I do things to finish and I finish well. And those are my players, they got that philosophy from me. So they are always the winners because they play to win. They train to play and win.
Tumejipanga vizuri, maana ukiangalia ndio mwisho sasa, ligi ishaisha na ndio mechi ya mwisho. So tumejipanga vizuri, tunajua nini yao, mapungufu yao, tunajua ubora wao, mali upo, na tumefanya kazi. That's through communication. Tumekuwa na a lot of talks kama timu, tumekuwa na a lot of maybe activities tunafanya pamoja kwa muda mrefu, na pia ile kuongea nao kibinafsi moja kwa moja. Nadhani imeinua sana spirit ya wachezaji. Na ile tu basi na kuamini